You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. Yeah, we Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairin', gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry for spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, Black Sun, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' son up.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he off of the leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walk it, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? You already know what it is. It's your boy Scotty. Listen, back with another one. It's some hotness in the streets. Listen, this might be one of the best shows ever. Okay, this might be one of the best, in my personal opinion. This is my personal opinion. I'm nobody. You know, I'm a little nobody. I'm a little nobody on the totem pole. But I think this might be a very interesting show. Now, listen, I'm not. We already know what you're here for. Okay. I'm not going to dive in every minutia of the situation. That's just that. Listen, just go read. Okay, read the pages. Okay, read the pages. Read the hot sheets. Okay, and you'll get all the details that you want. But listen, you know the call lines are always open, 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124. You already know what it is. Listen, we're definitely going to talk about it, okay? Like, I definitely don't mind getting phone calls about it. Let me.
You are the only participant in the conference.
Okay.
All participants are muted.
I definitely don't mind that. So that is always on the table. But I'm gonna go through my thing. I'm gonna do my thing first, right? And then we're gonna talk about it. Now, before I start it off, listen, it's only one thing I can do, right? There's only one thing I can do to get everybody on one accord. Oh, it's not. Hold on. This ain't going. Nah. I'm gonna have to go back and I'm gonna play this video because I need y'all to feel what is going on at this current moment right here, right? So let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do. Let me do. Let me see. Here we go. Let me do this. Let me do this. All right.
Oh, Larry Robinson definitely gets the belt again. You know, when I was thinking about Larry Robinson and I was meditating, I went to the book of Evelyn and I went to chapter 1, verse 1. And it said, when I wake up in the afternoon, which it pleases me to do, don't nobody bring me no bad news. Because I wake up already negative and I'm firing up my fuse. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. I said, no bad news. No bad news. I said, don't you bring me no bad news. Because I'll make you an offer child that you cannot refuse. But don't nobody bring me no bad news. I said, don't nobody bring me no bad news. Oh, don't you bring me. Don't you bring me. Don't you bring me. Don't you ever bring me. Don't you ever bring me a no bad news. Come here, Larry. Come here. Now I done sat up here and I had to get you on Friday because I told you that this had already happened. We'd already handled. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I told you this had already happened. You had an opportunity to handle it. You don't answer nobody emails. You can't face nobody. And then who wrote that raggedy letter out there for the people? Like you actually said something that really mattered. Who wrote the letter? This ain't no man that's in leadership gonna write no old fluffy letter like that. Like what you talking about? You didn't even apologize and take ownership for your raggedy leadership. Friday, because I told you that this had already happened.
Listen, I felt like only Kofi could explain the way that the situation. Don't bring me no bad news. Don't bring me no bad news, right? So it's a lot. It's a lot that's going on today. And if it's one thing you know about me, okay, you know that your boy keeps receipts. Okay, you know your boy keeps receipts. So I'm gonna play you another video, right? I'm gonna play you another video, and hopefully you'll kind of understand how I'm feeling today. So let's go into another video, shall we? Let me do this. Let me do this. I'm gonna do a little of this. I'm gonna do a little of that. You know what I'm saying? So before, because you gotta understand where you came from to know where you gotta get.
But that's because for me, and again, this that portion of the show where we talk about our own personal beliefs here. And what do you believe? Who do you believe? I'm looking at the people on the stage and in the video, and the people in the boardroom that he's with. The president, Dr. Larry Robinson, the board of the foundation board and dean of the School of Business and Industry, Dr. Friday Stroud. And then you see the board of trustees chair Harper, along with some, I don't know who else was in that particular video, but at that point, I'm of the belief and of the thought that, okay, I see people that I have no reason not to distrust in their in them doing things for the betterment of Florida A&M University. Okay, that's me. It was never for me to go Google somebody.
See, that's your problem. See, that's your problem. See, you in the business of getting hoodwinked. See, you're in the business of getting bamboozled. See, that's why you don't. I don't think it's my problem to go Google anybody. Now look where you're at. Look where your institution is at, because people like you think that the way that they do. Because you be trusting people all willy-nilly. If you was in the process in this, your name would be in the audit report. Because you don't do your own due diligence. Let's continue.
Started seeing some articles come up. One in particular.
And you still owe Mr. Bakley an apology. I ain't heard it. You still owe Mr. Blakely an apology. Let's continue.
That brought into this space that somehow FAMU might be, hold on. I want to make sure I get it right. It's an article that appeared on the HBCU Digest Education News Flash. For the love of money, has FAMU been fooled? And I'm like, huh? By Mr. Jarrell Blakely. Okay. And so I'm sitting there thinking, huh? What do you mean? Has FAMU been fooled? What? Why would FAMU be fooled? What?
Why would they not? Why would they not? So it's just random unnamed black billionaires that we've never heard of giving FAMU $237 million. Okay, continue. See, this is why you can't listen to everybody. You can't.
What's happening here? So he brings up concerns that this donation, because of his own research, which
that you didn't do, that you did not do. Let's be very clear. You didn't do none. All you did was, hey, I trust those people. They know more than me.
He did through Googling. I think as an educator, I tell my kids all the time to don't just rely on Google. Sometimes you got to dig a little deeper.
Don't just rely on Google. Sometimes you got to dig a little deeper.
You got to do what? Sometimes you got. So, hey, that needs to be FAMU. Hey, the next band song, give me my solo shot. The next band song that FAMU plays, it needs to be. You gotta dig a little deeper. Hey, listen. Hey, every band that plays FAMU for the year, if FAMU comes to your stadium, you need to be playing. I better hear Princess and the Frog at everybody. I better hear Princess and the Frog from everybody. One more time for the people in the back. Hey, FAMU, from here on out, you gotta dig a little deeper. Everybody better be, hey, listen, as soon as FAMU come in the stadium. Hey, DJ, cue that up. Every band, Southern need to be, Jackson State need to be playing it. Bethune-Cookman, Florida Classic, I need it. I need it all. I need it all to be played. Since we digging a little deeper, unlike everybody in your administration, unlike Dr. Stroud, unlike everybody in the FAMU Giving organization, let us continue.
Based on his Google search of,
which indubitably was correct, by the way. So what he did in 20 minutes.
Mr. Jerami and his company and this trust, he comes away with the thought that, and I'm going to read quote, he says, "It is hard to avoid the feeling that this donation will go down as one of the biggest scams in higher education history."
Sound like my man was correct. Because you got to do what? That's what you got to do. He was actually correct. If you would have Googled, if you just would have Googled and did what? If you just would have digged a little deeper. If you just would have went below the surface level. If you just didn't want to see your name in lights, you probably could avoid it once Mr. Blakely properly stated one of the biggest scams in college academia history, let alone HBCU. Man, these words did not age well. But see, unlike you, unlike a lot of y'all, I find everything. And I'm going to hold you accountable on that flame, because you get on these public platforms. I'm going to keep saying it. Bama's get on these public platforms. They get on YouTube, give you their opinion, and then they want to go hide in the weeds. They want to go, oh, I didn't really say. No, nigga. You said what you said. Now you got to come back, and I'm still waiting for Mr. Blakely to get an apology. Because unlike you, unlike Dr. Shante Stroud, unlike Pamela, unlike your general counsel at FAMU, none of you niggas did what? None of you. None of you. Absolutely none. Niet. Goose egg. duly scoreboard. None of y'all did any work. But then let's continue. Oh, it's more. Listen, I'm telling you, I'm on today. I'm on today.
If the money is indeed in the bank, I wonder if that will be shown to be false in a few days, he asked. If the money is there without issue, then I'm wrong and the university has a foundation for great prosperity by way of an ultra-rich, unknown business tycoon who seems to care little about how he or his business would benefit from such a bold philanthropic effort. But if this turns out to be a scam, the entire university leadership should resign for a massive lack of vetting.
Say what? Hey, Brian, I'm sorry. I missed that last part. What should happen?
I wonder if that will be shown to be false in a few days, he asked. If the money is there without issue, then I'm wrong and the university has a foundation for great prosperity by way of an ultra-rich, unknown business tycoon who seems to care little about how he or his business would benefit from such a bold philanthropic effort. But if this turns out to be a scam, the entire university leadership should resign for a massive lack of vetting.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I listen. I'm not saying it. The grandma from Princess and the Frog is giving you game. You got to do what? Got to dig a little deeper. Got to dig a little deeper. Oh, my goodness. Let us continue. Now, here we go. Listen, it's very simple for me. It's very simple for me. When I was reading the report, all I felt was New Jack City in my spirit. That's all I felt. That's all I felt in my spirit. My spirit was like, this is bigger than me. This is bigger than Nino. It just reaps of like tentacles, like how far can it get stretched? Like who is all involved? Who is all involved in it? Just all up in the mix, right? So for me, I wanna get to this. No. I wanna go here. Right? Now, I want to give y'all a timeline of everything, right? Because the timeline that was in the audit report was from September to May. September to May. Now, I'm just going to give you some notes that stuck out to me, right? Just some little things. And listen, we can go deeper. You can call in at any time. Call lines are open, 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124. Call in at any time, including Mr. Foolishness. Because you didn't do what? Okay. Now, first up, we got to get to how much FAMU spent on that ninja and what they spent. See, listen. Hey, listen. Audits ain't no joke, okay? If you an auditor in the chat, shout out to you, because y'all Bammers be doing y'all due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the dude on Four Brothers. I like the way you do business, okay? These auditors were not playing. They got it to the cent of what was spent on Mr. Harambe, okay? This is, I'm like, when I saw this, I said, oh my God. Oh, they in here. They in the weeds. They come on. Let's get through it, right? It says, contrary to benefiting financially for the major gift, because remember, ain't no money was exchanged. Ain't no, we didn't receive nothing. We ain't getting nothing. But you was paying. Hey, you was paying to play and you ain't even sniffed the check. You was paying to play and ain't even sniffed the check. Okay? You didn't even get the draws, dog. You ain't even get the draws. You didn't even get the draws, okay? But you putting out. You dish, Roof Chris, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to take you to Costa Rica a little bit. You stunting. You stunting on them. So here we go. It says, contrary to benefiting financially for the major group, the university incurs significant expenses in courting Mr. Harambe and managing the subsequent damage control due to the involvement of the various departments. It has been challenging to reconstruct an accurate account of total costs associated with Mr. Harambe campus. Limited to the invoices able to obtain during the investigation, the following expenses were identified, indicating the minimum actual financial damages resulting in the donor's actions totaling $14,647.79. Now that's more than you received. FAMU people, they one thing I like about FAMU people, they can sit in a mess, right? A lot of schools wouldn't be able to take this type of criticism and punishment. But FAMU can sit in it and they be like, you know what, we cool, we good, it's a little light work, They lose $14K, that's a little light work. It's a little light something, hey, listen, we gonna get it back. You know what I'm saying? That's how they feel. But we're gonna talk about what happened, okay? Let's talk about what happened. So the commencement plaque, $106.95. The airfare, right? Let me just get that. I missed that. I probably cut that off. Oh, here we go. Airfare, $1,500. Approved by who? Dr. Shantae Stroud. I'm reporting live from her office. But Dr. Friday Stroud, Miss Adams, and Miss Palmberg on May 9th, 2024. Okay? Lodging, $1,700. Approved by who? Dr. Friday Stroud, Miss Adams, Miss Palmberg on May 1st, 2024. Seem like the same names to me. Transportation and security services. Now, let me talk directly to Brian real quick. Now, Brian, let's not even talk about Google, right? Let's not even talking about Google. Let's skip over the fact that you didn't do that, right? Let's skip over that fact. Now, let me ask you this. What billionaire do you know? We don't know many billionaires. I don't know many billionaires. I know a few millionaires. Let's keep it to the simple fact. Let's keep it to millionaires. What millionaires do you know that would put their security in the hands of an institution? I'm going to say that again for the people in the back because people going to make excuses. I'm talking directly to Brian because he didn't do what? I'm talking to you. And all the cult members that were following you and believing this bull junk, okay? What millionaire do you know that would put their security in their health, in their finances, and their safekeeping in the hands of the school? Wouldn't they have their own security? Because most VIP guests would say this, hey, just designate an area for me and designate a route to get me there with no issues. The rest of it, they got their own bodyguards. They got their own security because they trust the people the bodyguards and security that they have already know them and they know them. So there's a security there. There's a comfort there. All celebrities and VIPs are ever going to ask you is, hey, get me from point A to point B. Give me my route. I don't want anybody else on that route. My security will take care of protecting me, but just give me the route. But once again, listening to Brian and not Googling will get you a bill of $9,000. Oh, man. Oh, man. Guess who approved that one? Brian. Who he was on stage with? Dr. Shantae Stroud. Miss Adams. Miss Palmerberg. Palmer B. Let's continue. Welcome fruit basket. What kind of... What kind of fruit basket is cost $160? You could have went to Walmart and got a pack of 3 for $30. Where are y'all getting this fruit basket? That shit must have came from Trader Joe's or Whole Foods. $160 for a fruit basket? Honoring breakfast, $710. So let me get this straight. Let's recap, people. He got a free flight off of you. He got free lodging off of you. He got free security off of you. He got a honorary breakfast and a fruit basket. And he got to give the speech at a commencement. Listen. Woo! It just getting better. Let's go on. Y'all already know Mr. Foolish, looking crazy. But let's play some more of the clips, shall we?
So I feel like can I address a couple things here while you put that? I want to address a couple things there because it's a great lead into where I was going to go. And so my issue is not with Jarrell Blakely himself, because he's a young man who has done very positive things with his time on this earth and what he has done. He's been involved in a lot of things, a lot of positive things. Okay. But my problem is the public reaction to his article, which, again, I talked to you about those key words, those buzzwords that he talked about being a scam, as if somehow what Mr. Blakely has written is whoever you might consider your most articulate, well-respected journalist, as if it came from him or her.
Listen, that to me is probably the most disrespectful thing he said in this whole thing. Like I can joke and kiki kaka. That right there is that you're not valuing his journey. You're not valuing him digging deep in the story into Harambe, and you're saying his words have no value because he's not this famous investigative journalist. Now, to me, what will be even worse, in my personal opinion, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, that somebody who is not an investigative journalist found this out, wrote a story in like 6 hours, completely, like, bro, I did a whole show breaking it down in like 2 hours of how it was a scam. I'm not an investigative journalist. I'm probably one of the best ones in HBCU, if we're being honest. Like, I'm the only one that really does any investigative journalism, if we're being honest, in HBCU, but that's neither here nor there. But this is what I'm saying, right? Like, it didn't take long for anybody to see what it really was. But goddamn, your dick riding is so hard, right? And listen, y'all can talk about whatever y'all want. Oh, he riding for his school. At some point in time, you gotta separate just because it's FAMU. And I'll say that to any school. You gotta look at the circumstance. I love what Perry says. Perry says, I don't rock with the people, I rock with the institution, right? The people in this situation were all flawed. And Harambe had the biggest red flags of all. So even if you rep FAMU, the red flags off of the messed up teeth, you a billionaire with messed up teeth. Cardi B, the first thing Cardi B did when she became a rapper and got money was fix her teeth. The Bama looked like he was chewing on rocks, and he's a billionaire. You could tell by his suit and his shoes he wasn't a billionaire. What are we talking about? Let me continue on. Let's continue on, because you're gonna piss me off. All right. Now, Here we go. Here's some clips out of the actual report. It says, around the beginning of March, Mr. Harambe insisted that the negotiations could not proceed without signing of an NDA. Following Stroud's instructions, Ms. Simmons Smith forwarded a copy of the NDA Mr. Harambe had provided to the Associate General Counsel, David Self. Mr. Self then recommended that the foundation outside legal counsel, Mr. Haygood, would be more appropriate for the review. Now, listen. I'm sorry. What the fuck are you a lawyer for? Like, FAMU is paying you to review documents, and you're like, oh, I can't review this NDA. Let me send it to somebody outside of me to review. Like, what the fuck are you getting paid for? You're a lawyer. Like, what the hell? Like, this is just basic stupidity. You're like, let's continue on. Mr. Haygood would be more appropriate for the review. Email correspondence indicates that the version sent to Mr. Haygood had been modified from Mr. Harambe's original. It was much cleaner with a consistent font and proper spacing. On the same day, Ms. Simmons Smith discussed the matter with Mr. Haygood, forwarded the NDA to him. The following day, this is my issue. Mr. Haygood reviewed and revised Mr. Harambe's original NDA to better suit its purpose, including the addition of necessary references to Florida statutes. The final NDA little resemblance to the original. Now listen, if you're a billionaire, I'm going to keep saying this. If you're a billionaire, if you're willing to give me $237 million, you don't have lawyers in Florida? You don't have lawyers in Florida that could write you an NDA? Like, does anybody not seeing the... Bro, I'm telling you, this 68-page report is like Love and Hip Hop of HBCU. It's juicy. They could literally do a whole season 1 on this audit report. I'm telling you, it's that damn good. If you have not read it, go read it. Go read it. Both of these niggas should be fired. Now, let me tell you the kicker about this. Let me tell you the kicker. If you go look up any one of these two lawyers, you cannot find a picture of either one of them. Can't find a picture. I got they bar number. Like, both of these Bamas gotta go. Both of them. They were trash throughout the whole process. Absolute trash. And if you want to throw the general counsel in there too, you can throw her in there too. You can throw her in there too. Both of these jokers is trash. Both of them was trash throughout the whole audit report. Trash. Let us continue. Right? Again, on April 29th, 2024, the FAMU Compliance Ethics Hotline received an anonymous tip concerning Mr. Harambe. The report attended the University Board of Trustees. Now, mind you, the commencement was not until May. The commencement was not until May. They had plenty of time to shake, to shoot, move, and communicate. May was the commencement. This is April 29th. Indicated that Mr. Harambe was scheduled to visit the campus for commencement, claimed that he was a fraud, and stated that the Texas Department of Agriculture could substantiate this claim. The anonymous tip also warned that Mr. Harambe posed a danger to women and should not be allowed on the campus. This tip was automatically forwarded to the Office of Compliance of Ethics, the Division of Audit, the Office of the General Counsel, which includes let me continue. The Office of the General Counsel. On the date of receipt, only the Office of Compliance and Ethics reviewed the tip. However, due to the secrecy surrounding the major gift, no one in the office was aware of Mr. Harambe or the major gift. Consequently, the Office of Compliance and Ethics responded to the tipster requesting additional information, but no investigation was opened, nor was any further action taken due to the limited information available about Mr. Harambe to the Office of Compliance and Ethics. Let us continue. On March 25th, 2024, as a follow-up mild suggestion during the February 29, 2024, Mr. Harambe was formally invited to be one of FAMU's commencement speakers. In the meantime, commencement discussions continued to progress. For instance, Mr. Harambe made requests on different occasions relating to his trip for commencement exercises, which Ms. Simmons promised to work on securing, such as a hotel stay, flight bookings, and his... What millionaire would need you to buy his ticket? I won't even have to go billionaire. What millionaire? Because y'all, what y'all not, okay, listen. Y'all can say a lot about me, but I just want y'all to understand this. If I'm a millionaire, I'm accustomed to moving a certain way. Why would I base that on what the school could or could not provide to me? Do you get what I'm saying? This Bama is supposed to be a billionaire. If you're giving out $237 million worth of shares, you're worth over $1 billion. So explain to me, why do you have to buy a ticket for me? Why would you have to buy a ticket? And then think about it, because you got to, listen, no bragging. I talk to millionaires, right? Like, I got millionaire real estate, business. Like, I know people who deal with money. And all they say is, Scotty, time is money. So why would a millionaire or billionaire be subject to whenever you decide to make the ticket and how long and what time? You get what I'm saying? Do you get you get what I'm saying? If you a billionaire, you move different. Hey, I'm going to be there an hour before the commencement and I'm leaving right after, or I'm leaving the next day. Like, I'm in and I'm out. That's how billionaire and millionaires move, because time is money. But somebody is still not getting it because they didn't do what? Gotta dig a little deeper. FAMU police private security detail points of contact, dates, timing, and events, May 3 through the 6th. Let's continue. Here we go. On April 15th, Ms. Simmons Smith replied to Mr. Bell acknowledging receipt of the letter. Right? Hold on. Sorry, guys. All right. On April 15, Ms. Simmons Smith replied to Mr. Bell acknowledging receipt of this letter, copying former President Robinson, Dr. Friday Stroud, and Ms. Palmberg. Notwithstanding the letter the same day, Ms. Gina Palmberg accepted what she believed to be a transfer of Batterson Farms Corporation stock, and Mr. Harambe, blah, 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 blah. When questioned, here we go. This is the thing. Okay, let me see. When questioned about the revocation letter, Mr. Harambe asserted that Raymond James had sent the letter out of racist intent, claiming they did not want that much money to go to an HBCU. This justification was accepted without further scrutiny by those on the call, as well as by the former President Robertson. Now, this is the most, oh my God. It's funny to me. It is so funny to me, right? Brian and all the FAMU people can get on and say whatever they want about, oh my God, I trust Dr. Stroud and I trust Dr. Robinson and look who he's standing next to. And oh my, bro, Raymond James sent you a revocation letter telling you, and you know what, better yet, I'll pull it up for you just so y'all can see the revocation letter. Here we go. This is what it looked like. I'll read it to you. On February 1st and March 1st, 2024, Raymond James issued a letter to a client, Harambe, reflecting the balance in his account. At Mr. Harambe's request, we provided a copy of that letter to you. Effective April 10th, 2024. Mind you, the commencement is in May. This is red flag after red flag after red flag. Raymond James would no longer provide a value for the securities in Mr. Harambe's account and no longer stand by the verification of deposit letter that you may have received. As required by regulation, Raymond James did produce official statements reflecting a value for Mr. Harambe's account. To the extent that Mr. Harambe hasn't or does provide you with an official account statements from Raymond James. They're telling you without telling you. They're like, hey, yeah, we know we approved it, but you might want to ask for an official statement from his Raymond James bank account. You know what they told him to do? Gotta dig a little deeper. Gotta dig a little deeper. To the extent Mr. Harambe has or does provide you with an official account statements from Raymond James, we do not believe the pricing of certain securities was accurate. Remember, the commencement is in May. The announcement is in May. All this could have been avoided. We don't even have to have the show. This is what I'm saying, guys. You can't get mad at people talking about the FAMU situation. The FAMU administration had time, flag after flag after flag to get it right, to nip this in the bud, but they kept overlooking it, and I'll tell you exactly why. I'm gonna show you exactly why they overlooked it, right? And that those statements do not reflect the actual value of Mr. Harambe's account as of the statement period. We regret any inconvenience that may have caused you. If you have questions, please direct all your correspondence to. They left you a number. They blocked it here, but they left you a number. Please call Kirk Bell or a white woman at Raymond James, and please let them know that we are sorry for messing up what we messed up. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. That's what they're telling you, right? Here we go. 1 week before commencement, Dr. Friday Stroud signed the NDA with Mr. Harambe on April 26th and conveyed the document to Mr. Harambe on April 27th. Listen to this. Dr. Friday Stroud signed the NDA on behalf of the foundation. How is she still the dean of business? Somebody got to explain that to me. Somebody got to explain that to me. She signed on behalf of the foundation. Okay. Obligating the foundation and its personnel to not share information about the donor outside of the university and those with a valid need to know. All others involved have signed the FAMU confidentiality agreement, which addresses maintaining confidentiality when accessing donor records and databases. Notably, the confidentiality agreement signed by those involved permits the sharing of information about a donation with the university and foundation personnel on a need-to-know basis, determined at the sole discretion of Dr. Friday Stroud. Now, when I was on my platform at the top of the rooftop screaming, she needs to be fired, Bama said I was wrong. Bama said I was wrong. Oh, Scotty, she the dean of business. Oh, Scotty, she should still be teaching. She shouldn't be teaching. She should be teaching Bama's how to get out of how to get out of jail. How to get out of jail. That's what she should be teaching Bama's. Because I don't know how you don't, and so you signing stuff, moving stuff, don't understand stuff. You know they got a show, How to Get Away with Murder? Dr. Friday's child starring in How to Stay Out of Jail. How to Stay Out of Jail. FAMU edition. Come on, man. What we doing? How is this woman still got a job? How does this woman still got a job? Okay, I'm going to take this call to Mr. Sergeant coming to you, and then I'm going to show y'all exactly why everything went down. What's up, Mr. Sergeant? You live. Got to dig a little deeper. Facts. Mr. Sergeant, I'm so sorry. They said they can't hear you, so I'm gonna have to let you go. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I'm using a different program, so I do apologize. They can't hear you, so that's on me. So I'm gonna have to probably use StreamYard when it goes to taking calls. All right, that's on me. That's on me. My bad, guys. My bad. All right, so let me do this real quick. All right, let me do this real quick, and let me see. All right. I want to show you. I'm gonna show you exactly why. I'm gonna show you exactly why. All this got pushed to the side. Like everything, nothing stopped it. Right. I want to tell you exactly why nothing stopped it. Right. So here we go. On Friday, May 3rd, 2024. Mr. Harambe attended a breakfast at Lawson Center with Dr. Palm. Ms. Simmons-Smith, Ms. Sullivan, and others, Dr. Friday Stroud, appeared virtually. Dr. Palm recounted that this meeting was where Mr. Harambe discussed the reasons behind his significant gift to the university. During this breakfast, Dr. Palm learned that Mr. Harambe was making a major gift. A piece of paper was circulated among the attendees listing the departments set to receive a portion of major gift, including endowments in the names of former President Robinson, Dr. Friday Stroud, Miss Simmons-Smith. It is highly likely that this document was the gift agreement that Ms. Palmberg had asked Ms. Sullivan to print for Mr. Harambe on May 1st, 2024. Dr. Friday Stroud was present virtually, received a copy of this gift agreement, which included an endowment in her name. You know, black people love a headline. In her name, via email from Mr. Harambe. Upon learning of the endowment in her name, Dr. Friday Stroud responded to Mr. Harambe via email. Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do you think she was going to stop anything that had an endowment in her name that she did not put in on? If you don't think this was all about the headlines, if you don't think this was all about how and when and how this could happen, and that's all it was. People wanted their name in lights. People wanted their name in the paper. People wanted their name on a wall, a plaque. That's all it came down to. Realistically, that's all it came down to. All right. Let me go for it. I wish I could take calls, man. I really do. Let me go for it. Let me see what else we got here. Oh yeah. Let's talk about this, Bama. Oh, yeah, we got to talk about this, Bama. Let's talk about Miles. Another Bama that should be fired. Oh, my God. That Bama shouldn't be at FAMU at this moment right now. He should be communicating his ass to finding another job. He need to take all his communication skills and be at the unemployment office. Communicate your ass a new job. Because this nigga should be gone. Here we go. During the call, Mr. Miles, Keith Miles, government, Keith. Step into the light, Keith, all that. That's Keith Miles. That the major gift announcement should take place at FAMU's largest event of the year, commencement. That nigga full of bright ideas, ain't he? Hey, could you imagine? Oh, I got an idea. How about we just give Mushmouth, Mr. Harambe, the commencement speech? Yeah. Good answer. Like on Family Feud. Good answer. He made this suggestion in front of the donor without prior consultation with former President Robinson. Mr. Miles' action placed the former president in a difficult position. Not wanting to offend the donor, presuming that the due diligence had been completed prior to his involvement, former President Robinson acquiesced to Mr. Miles' suggestion. This decision initiated a truncated timeline for announcing the major gift at commencement. Let us continue. Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? I know y'all remember. I know y'all remember this letter. Oh, I know you.
Oh, goddamn.
I know y'all remember this letter. Y'all remember? Y'all remember when everybody was like, hey, this fake. Hey, we think this is a scam. We think this ain't going down. What did Keith Miles do? What did Keith do? Keith said, while Florida A&M FAMU is still extremely excited about Mr. Gregory Harambe's historic announcement yesterday of the Isaac Batterson Family Sevens Trust, we are fully aware of the skepticism and that sometimes comes with such a large gift. There is no skepticism when you can validate the person giving it. Were they skeptics of the Stryker family giving $100 million to Spellman? Hell no, because we know the Stryker family got money. They got white money, long white money. So ain't no skepticism in that. Ain't no skepticism if Tyler Perry give you $100 million. Ain't no skepticism if Oprah gives you $100 million. Ain't no skepticism if Bill Gates gives you $100 million. But it is skepticism if a Bama with crooked teeth, no Googleable mentions, who's supposed to be a billionaire in an industry that most people know nothing about, is giving you $237 million. It might be a little skepticism. Let us continue. As expected, some individuals in the public are and will continue researching Mr. Harambe, unlike what you niggas didn't do. People might continue to still Google Mr. Harambe because you niggas didn't do it. Please know that FAMU has done its due diligence. That line right there should get him fired. I don't gotta read nothing else. I don't screenshot it for your damn self and read it. That line by itself should get him fired. Let us continue. Ain't nothing else to read. Anything after that is a lie. Everything after that is a lie. What else do we need to read? I'm going to read it one more time for you. Please know that FAMU has done its due diligence. It's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. let's just move on amicably. Okay, that's a lie. Let's just move on. Who gets the belt? Who gets the belt? Keith Miles. Right? Keith Miles. Shantae Stroud. They all get it. Both of them. I ain't changed the name. They all get it. They all get it. So once again, right? Once again, I'm gonna play it for the people in the back who came in late, because I don't think you get it and you understand it until So, Kofi, who gets the belt?
Oh, Larry Robinson definitely gets the belt again. You know, when I was thinking about Larry Robinson and I was meditating, I went to the book of Evelyn and I went to chapter 1, verse 1. And it said, when I wake up in the afternoon, which it pleases me to do, don't nobody bring me no bad news. Because I wake up already negative and I'm firing up my fuse. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. I said, no bad news. No bad news. I said, don't you bring me no bad news. Because I'll make you an offer child that you cannot refuse. But don't nobody bring me no bad news. I said, don't nobody bring me no bad news. Oh, don't you bring me. Don't you bring me. Don't you bring me. Don't you ever bring me. Don't you ever bring me. A no bad news. Come here, Larry. Come here. Now I done sat up here and I had to get you on Friday because I told you that this had already happened. We'd already handled it. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. I told you this had already happened. You had an opportunity to handle it. You don't answer nobody emails. You can't face nobody. And then who wrote that raggedy letter out there for them people? Like you actually said something that really mattered. Who wrote the letter? This ain't no man that's in leadership gonna write no old fluffy letter like that. Like what you talking about? You didn't even apologize and take ownership for your raggedy leadership.
You need your ass beat.
Stop, I'm trying to look. Then 2 years ago, we had a dorm issue with one of our newer dorms.
You need your ass beat.
Sitting up there, got mold in the dorms in a COVID era where you would think stuff need to be clean. Those will be, I don't care if I hit your back. I don't care if I hit your arm. Move out the way. Get it together.
You need your ass beat.
Stupid behind. Sitting up there with that foolishness. Did you? I told you not to get no pictures. You sitting up there trying to say something to the darn football team. Don't you see they mad at you?
You need your ass beat.
Go sit down.
So, Kofi, who gets the belt?
Oh, Larry Robinson definitely gets it.
Hey, listen. I felt like there was I felt like it just was only right, because this moment has been coming for years, right? For years, Kofi has always said Larry Robinson has got to go, and that it had to come to this extreme in this situation to make it all come to pass when it could have all been negated. I want to give you guys a couple more. I want to give you guys a couple more things that popped out to me right? I want you to read this bottom part. It says, listen to this. I want y'all to tell me this ninja should not be fired. During an interview, Mr. Miles confirmed that he did not have any email or SMS text message confirmation showing approval for the press release of the one he said FAMU did due diligence. Nor was he certain if he had received verbal approval. He was also unsure about the origin of the language stating that the due diligence had been performed and admitted to having no personal knowledge about the type of due diligence that he had been conducted or was in progress. Shortly after releasing the press release, Mr. Miles requested that Mr. DeLucio, Miss Christina Camperera, and Miss Linda Barge Miles distribute the press release to the University Board of Trustees, the Foundation Board Directors, and all social media platforms. Since commencement, the Office of Communications has deleted every reference to Mr. Harambe and the major gift on FAMUnews.com, and the news story timelines on the site show a gap from April 26th to May 9th. And he shouldn't be fired? How does he still have a job? Only at FAMU could you go rogue, send out a formal press. Listen, guys, you know, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm not the most colorful crayon. But think about what he did. In the midst of the biggest donation gift in HBCU and FAMU history, he went rogue and made a major publication, being the director of communications, put out a press release where he got no confirmation to do so. He got no A-OK to do it, and then went rogue and said that FAMU had done their due diligence. Now we're here at an audit report which completely shows you FAMU did no due diligence. I'm going to say this. I don't really watch the ONG Strike Zone like that, but I'm going to tell you this. Brian Bolford needs to make a formal apology to Mr. One Blake Lively. And all you FAMUans that are going to be there tomorrow, all in the ONG Strike. I know Kelvin probably watching this too. Right? You Bamas, I need to see ONG people in the chat talking about some. You owe Blake Lively an apology, because I will tell you this. If Blake Lively was wrong in that article, you would make him do a retraction, would you not? Would you not? Every FAMU rattler in America would be making him do a retraction. He ass will be walking the plank in FAMU world. You talking about strike again, that Bama wouldn't know where to live. Fulford, Buford, I don't give a damn. Buford, Forford, Ford Explorer, he needs to apologize. I don't give a damn, he needs to apologize. Bulford, Fulford, Ford Explorer, he needs to apologize. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And what's crazy, when I did my show, shout out to my guy, Mr. Bugs. When me and Mr. Bugs did the show and we broke down, because he is a private equity investor. He has his own private equity company. He's a real estate millionaire. I brought him on. I said, hey, make sense of these documents. Make sense of this business outlook. Make sense of Mr. Bugs. Had never seen the documents before until I showed him on the show. And he said, Scotty, this doesn't make any sense. Anybody that knows business would tell you this is not a real business report. This is not a business analysis. We did that in an hour of doing the show. He had never seen the documents before. And he told you on the show, this is fake. It's a scam. How does your dean of business not see it the same way. She got to go. And I'm going to keep telling you, she got to go. I'm going to say it again. Keith Miles has got to go. Everybody that's a lawyer at FAMU needs to be fired. If you have attorney, Esquire, Law and Order, I don't give a damn what's behind your name. You need to be gone. Okay? Simmons Smith, Emmett Till, I don't give a damn. She needs to be fired. Dr. Palmetto, everybody's name in this damn document needs to be let go. Because at the end of the day, none of them did. None of them. None of them. It should be sweeping changes at FAMU. Because okay. Because at the end of the day, if you read the report, right? Because in the report, it talks about how the intimidation of Dr. Shante Stroud in her position as the dean of business, everybody underneath of her looked at her as the leader, right? They're like, hey, you're the dean of business. Of course, if you say it's good, we're all going to go along with it because we don't want to go against the dean of business. You're the dean of business. Why would we go against what you're saying? So that's really how she kept everybody in line. She's not the dean of English. She's not the dean of science. She was the dean of business. Why would anybody who is not a business person challenge her? Why would anybody challenge her? Right? So now you have that pyramid effect where everybody's looking at the top and she's affecting everybody beneath her. Because of her status, because of how she handled the situation, all of it comes into play. Every bit of it has to come into play. So instead of nobody, and the reason you clean house is because you're trying to build an administration that are not sheep, that think independently outside of what somebody just tells them to do. This is what happens, right? This is what happens when you have a sheep mentality and you have a whole bunch of sheep getting led by Dr. Shante Stroud to the cliff. Nobody wanted to step outside and say, hey, this doesn't seem right. I'm really getting a lot of red flags because nobody wants to shake the cart. Nobody wants to be the person that rattles the boat. Nobody wanted to be the person that messed up a $237 million donation. When it's so many red flags, where there's so many unanswered questions, open-ended questions, how can we not find them? Why can we not Google them? If people like me, who are not investigative journalists, can get the information and put it on their platform and show you all the holes in the... Listen, man, I'm sorry. At the end of the day, let me just say this. I'm going to say this and I'm going to let it go. Right? If you think... And I'm gonna just keep it as real. How many people I got on here? I got 345 people on here. Listen, let's just keep it a whole buck up. Most of y'all are black. If you think there are unnamed black billionaires walking around in America, you out your cotton picking mind. If you think there are unnamed black billionaires walking around here, just la la la, nobody know me, la la la. Can't Google me. You out your cotton picking mind. Now you might see some random white billionaires that you ain't know. You might get a few of those. But if you think that there is black men, unnamed black men billionaires, you out your cotton picking mind. And the fact of the matter is that you couldn't find anything on him. He's good, but he ain't that damn good. That's my issue. And that is why the anthem, Nick, Nick, I need Mama OD holding the snake. That's a bar. If that ain't Nick, I am talking directly to you. If on the calendar is not Mama OD holding a FAMU snake, you ain't doing it right. She already had the pet snake anyway. I'm giving you, that's easy. That's easy. I just gave you a calendar pick right there. I need to see it. Mama OD holding a snake. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Nick. I need to see it. That gotta make the calendar, Nick. Got to. That's a gimme. All right, listen. That's been my time. Listen, until next time. You know what I'ma do. I'ma holler. God bless.